Hey guys, I am Chris Doman here finally. Yeah, I was at work all day, so Jacob covered the celebration preview, and then Case was awesome enough to cover uh the 40th anniversary panel, to have the reaction to that. Now I'm back to basically go over day one, everything that happened today, at least all the stuff that we were able to see and some of the great interviews that went down. And so here's my panel. Case. Yeah. Was today awesome or was today awesome?
Today was amazing. I mean, they nailed everything they should have done with the 40th anniversary. Like, there were a couple of expectations that people had. Of course, no big news drop, but we shouldn't have been expecting any big news drops. Like, you can hope for something, but like, there wouldn't be any big news. It wouldn't be a surprise if there wasn't any big news because nothing was announced. Nothing was really expected from that. We just wanted to see some people come on to the 40th anniversary stage and to just talk about the entire history of Star Wars because it's been 40 years. George Lucas came on, Harrison Ford came on, Mark Hamill, all these guys came on, and it was awesome to see them talk about 40 years of Star Wars. So I absolutely love that, especially the very end when John Williams came in, played a lot of awesome themes of his. That was great. Loved it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And before we get a little bit further into that, I also got, of course, the little shithead known as Evan DeGraff, who is live at the Orange County Convention Center for Star Wars Celebration. Evan, dude, why are you here? Why aren't you at the Jedi Council panel?
Uh,
He sucks.
that line absolutely packs. Like it was ridiculous.
And your video cut.
The full panel was full, and then it was another full panel waiting out crowd of people. It was absolutely ridiculous. But I got tickets for the main floor. They just closed that down for today. Truly, I got to play with the little BB. It was amazing. I can't believe what was going on. I had tons of fun just going through here, but I can already feel the Star Wars just starting to brew. I saw were inside the K2SO that I saw that was moving. Incredible already, and I haven't even done that much.
I was saying, you know what? I'll be honest, because for the audience watching, this is your first convention of any kind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're now okay. Here's the thing. There are conventions, your Wizard World Comic Cons, your Anime Detour, Anime Midwest, if you're a Midwest person. Your smaller ones, and then there's Star Wars Celebration, which isn't a convention. It's an event. It is an experience, and you know what? I think if anything, you should be happy that today was just nice and chill, nice and quiet,
Yeah.
because tomorrow
God.
when you're there all day,
Everybody's gonna be buzzing. I do not see a way how people are not buzzing about tomorrow. The Last Jedi panel, after that gets done, people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you see Rey? Did you see Luke?
did you see that green lightsaber, which we really, 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 really want to see? Yeah.
Oh,
But so let's just kick this off with what, my God, just as a perfect opening, the 40th anniversary panel. Evan, real quick, did you actually get a chance to watch this one?
saw some like small snippets of it. It just looks like a really good atmosphere for Star Wars fans. They got what they wanted. They got what they deserved. Everybody was there. Liam Neeson was there. Freaking Qui-Gon Jinn. It's just incredible.
I made a video.
Yes, and of course, Case, being awesome as he is, he did a full reaction with a couple of special guests for the channel, which again I appreciate it. But dude, because because I want to hear you really talk about this. Like, what to you made the 40th anniversary panel so special?
First off, George Lucas coming out. I mean, he was just the fact that he was there that was just awesome, and it was amazing to have him come out. Everyone lost their minds. I lost my mind. Jacob lost his mind also watching. We were watching it live. It was like, oh my god, he's here. Then you get some of these guests on. It was amazing to see Ian McDermott. I haven't seen the guy in so long, and to see him here talk about Star Wars with Hayden Christensen as well, that was great. Then you get all these other guys on, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, and
Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew. Like those were announced, but then you get Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford as well, and it's like, oh my god, you get these two as well. They're sitting next to George Lucas talking Star Wars. It's like this is 40 years of Star Wars, and then you get the cherry on top at the very end when it's revealed that John Williams is playing some of his themes, and it begins, of course, with the Princess Leia theme. And I could not stop crying until that theme was done, because the entire video they made for Carrie Fisher was so touching and so
Oh,
great. It was perfect, and I couldn't stop crying. It's like the video started, I started crying, and then Leia's theme stopped, and then I stopped crying. And then they went into the opening theme and the ending theme and the Imperial fucking March. It's like, yes, this is how you nail the 40th anniversary panel. This is how you perfect it. It was just amazing to see that. I loved it. It was perfect. It was everything that I wanted and more. So yeah.
yeah, I could not agree more. I think it's just because I have started to, move on and started getting over Carrie's passing. That like it didn't. I wasn't outright crying, but my God, I was a little misty eyed. I was choking up a little bit because it's like this was a great tribute, and hell, Gwendolyn Christie's comments especially just so touching, so powerful. And yeah, of course, then you cut to Johnny, who never in a million years would I have predicted it, but no, again, uh
Nailed it.
they nailed it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good on the fans. Thank you for giving both Ian and Hayden just a standing O. That was awesome. You know,
Yeah, and not give crap on the prequels, because like there are a lot of people who do like the prequels. There are a lot of people who don't like the prequels, and just to have the respect to not boo on them, to just respect these guys for what they are, for what they've done, because whether you like it or not, people like those guys, especially Ian McDermott. Like, it doesn't matter really what you think about the prequels. Ian McDermott is one of the redeeming qualities of those movies. And Hayden Christensen, say what you will, he can act. It's not his fault that Anakin was not portrayed the way you wanted. He can act. It's not necessarily his fault. And to have him there with Ian McDermott and with George Lucas, it's just amazing to see those guys. And as much as I dislike the prequels, it was just awesome to see that. I loved hearing those guys talk about Star Wars, talk just a little bit good about the prequels, because even there are good things about it, and you can say good things about it, and it's just great to see that. So that was
yeah,
great.
exactly. And then the bombshell of not just getting Mark Hamill, but we got the other member of the original three, Harrison Ford, coming right the fuck out of nowhere. It was amazing. I just about crap myself. Although it's a little ironic because I was actually watching that while I was on the toilet at work. So
Oh,
no joke. It was a little disturbing, but it was awesome at the same time. So
yeah.
but yeah, it was just the greatest thing. And I'm so glad I caught most of that live because it was so great. And of course, the ending, touching, great, perfect panel. I do want to move on to a couple of just random bits I was watching, because obviously the Star Wars show is who brought us the live stream, and it cut with them a lot of the stuff. Were there any of those interviews that really got you pretty excited there? I'm curious, Case.
Well, the issue is, first off, the 40th anniversary panel went on a little bit long, so because of that, they had to postpone a panel with Filoni and Hidalgo. I watched a little bit of that, but I was really tired. I hadn't really slept a lot, so I think halfway through that panel, I went to bed. So I just missed most of it afterwards. Um, just because everything that was announced, all of the panels, like the Filoni and Hidalgo panel, I was liking that. I was just way too tired to keep my focus on it, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to really fully enjoy this right now. So I needed to go to bed, and and I didn't see anything afterwards, so I can't really say. What I did see was a little interview, Andy and Kathleen Kennedy, Kathleen Kennedy being accepted into the Mandalorian mercs. That was funny. um,
Yeah, that was awesome.
yeah, that's about it. That's what I can say.
Okay, yeah, and I had a couple of favorites of my own. One being now I have seen all three of these guys on the same stage before, but just seeing it once again, that being Jeremy Bullock, Daniel Logan, and Tamara Morrison, the Fets, all just on the same stage. You feel the chemistry between them. You feel like these are three guys who are, they love the franchise, they love the fans. They're so happy to have been a part of this, and I seriously, though, those guys, they need to take the show on the road, because some of the funniest interaction I've seen between Star Wars actors. And um unfortunately, while Case was catching up on his Z's, I on the other hand was obviously, wide awake, just coming off of work, and got to pretty much watch the rest of the day. That being both Ian McDiarmid's Tales of the Dark Side panel, which, oh, that was I just love hearing that man speak. I love
Yeah,
hearing him
what
speak.
was it exactly?
Okay, so it was sort of a, sort of a typical he would talk about some of his influence for the character, what the character has meant for him, and he did throw a couple of ideas out there that I think fans are going to be running with for a little while. And that being,
Oh boy.
he did say it would interest him a lot if there was the possibility of a young Palpatine movie as a potential
Mm.
standalone. Which, it if you got the right
I'm
cast,
not against that,
yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Like, I am against an Obi-Wan. I am against Han Solo. I'm not against a young Palpatine, because that's something that like they've explored something like that in the Plagueis novel, I believe. However, the Plagueis novel is not canon anymore. So however accurate that may be compared to what could be canon, it's just not. And they would have to make a new interpretation out of that, because there are very good things in that novel. I've heard. I haven't read it, but I've heard very good things about it. That you could definitely do a young Palpatine movie, possibly introduce Plagueis with it. I think that would be very cool to have such a thing.
I would agree too. And you know what? I'm just for shit's sake, let's have a little fun with this case. If you could cast young Palpatine, who would you cast?
Obvious choice, I'd say, is Tom Hiddleston. I think that's one of the names that just comes to mind instantly, because of his portrayal as Loki, mostly. So otherwise, I'd have to think a little bit about it. What do you? Who do you have?
That's kind of the funny thing, is that a lot of people say Tom Hiddleston, and I get it, but okay, I need you to bear with me here for a second. This actor is known mostly for doing, more hero roles. But based upon the performance that he recently gave in Beauty and the Beast, I'm gonna say Dan Stevens.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him, so I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. And the only reason why is that he, just like Ian McDiarmid, he knows how to be intimidating, but also look inviting. He knows how to express more of that side of the character that can present himself as a kind gentleman, but inside he's really a monster, and that's the kind of actor you would need who could do Palpatine. So and then of course the rest of the panel was a bunch of great questions, great answers, and just
Also, a live Q&A like Mark Hamill last year.
yeah, exactly. And that's usually how that's how I ended both of the other big panels from today. And the third one, which I love this man. I love him way more than I should. Ray Park.
Oh yeah.
Uh
He's great. He knows how to put on a show. He did that last year, and of course he did it this year. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I mean, and again, just hearing some of the stories, some new ones actually, even too. Apparently, he didn't only play Darth Maul in Phantom Menace. He also did he also played one of the Naboo guards who is with the group when they do the Ascension gun thing, the Batman gun. Which say what you will about that idea, but
Wait, say what you will. Are there people against it? I actually like that Ascension guns.
I've heard a lot of backlash about it. Yeah, no, believe it or not, I've heard a lot of people say that was really stupid. I'm like, this is a universe where people can bend objects with their mind.
It's like this is fantasy sci-fi, and if you look at this, is probably one of the more realistic things in that fucking movie.
Right?
Come on, are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, fanboys are weird. Heavy mess. So, but apparently, on set, when he's actually one of because in addition to being part of that group, you do see him in frame for a few seconds, and it looks like he's doing sort of a Quentin Tarantino thing as he's going across the hallway, shooting at battle droids, kind of like this, and apparently George had told him Rick McCollum was like, Ray, this isn't a Tarantino movie, damn it. It's like, you can't make that stuff up. That was an awesome story to hear. And of course, he closed it out by teaching a bunch of kids how to how to wield a lightsaber, which is just
that's always nice to see. He does it really well.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I could rewrite the prequels, that would be one thing. Just keep Darth Maul alive because I want more of my flourish. I want more of my flavor.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's also it's just one of the issues of the prequels. It has a villain every other movie. Like you get Darth Maul in the first one, you get Dooku in the second one, you get Grievous in the third one, and actually the third one also has Palpatine. Like the third one has actually three, if you think about it. Like it actually starts with Dooku, then you have Grievous, then you have Palpatine. So it's
Vader.
If you would have kept the constant of Darth Maul throughout all, would have been better.
Yeah, but we're not here to do a prequels rant. We're here to discuss the first day of Celebration and another great interview that I thought really was awesome to close out the show. Anthony spoke to both.
Oh, Anthony Carboni from the Star Wars show.
Yes, Anthony Carboni from the Star Wars show. Yep, he spoke to both Matthew Wood, the supervising sound editor at Skywalker Sound, and also the voice of General Grievous, and Sam Witwer, who he had the best introduction. So, he was pretending to be a tech on the Jabba's palace set. Because he's like, well, Dave Filoni fired me, so I need a new job now. And it was amazing. It was just the greatest thing, because it's like, you poor man. You're out of a job now, sort of, because apparently the Emperor's not going to show up in Rebels anytime soon, unless we get that trailer on Saturday and we just hear maybe something like Lord Vader kill the rebels or something like that, but
I doubt Lord Vader, but I still have my wild theory about a certain redhead showing up as the hand of the Emperor, and I still really want that to be true. I still really want that.
I was gonna say, Kees, the real question is between you and I, who will have the boner when that gets revealed.
You probably more. You have more knowledge about Legends and Mara Jade than I have.
Spoiler alert.
But we will both. It would be so cool if we just have the Emperor and now with Gar Saxon being the first hand of the Emperor. However, he's dead. There needs to be a new Hand of the Emperor. We know the Hand of the Emperor in Legends, so come on.
I'm just saying, you're cherry picking the best things. So why don't you bring that little?
Yeah, especially if you bring Thrawn in. I mean,
Come on. So okay.
Hey, Lucasfilm, get on it.
That's never gonna get old. So yeah, all that being said, I'd say today was a fantastic day. It was a fantastic way to start it off, and I can't wait to wrap up tomorrow with. I love how I do that at the same time. That's awesome. And okay, and unfortunately, guys, I have some bad news. I will be at work when the Last Jedi panel happens. But I know that Jacob and some of the other guys are going to do their own reaction. And yes, I will be doing my own separate reaction if I have to, damn it, because I run a fucking Star Wars podcast. Of course I'm going to do a trailer reaction. I don't care if it doesn't get, a bunch of views, Evan. But I'm also,
seriously, Star Wars trailer reactions always do good. It's not even a question.
Exactly. And, I don't want to do it for the views. I want to do it because I'm obsessed with this franchise that's now 40 years old. So,
of course.
Yeah, exactly. So, but all that being said, though, Kees, aside from The Last Jedi, which we'll speculate on what we're gonna see in the trailer in a bit here, but outside The Last Jedi panel, what do you personally look forward to on Friday?
Okay, so I'm loading the panels of tomorrow right now because no idea what actually is all on tomorrow. So give me a second.
Man.
I have to look.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not prepared for this one.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not either. We're just shooting this off the fly. It's
yeah. But God damn it, work. Stupid side. Title. Start date. Get on it.
Right. I'll go over a couple of mine here real quick. So obviously one of the big ones that I'm looking forward to is the Star Wars movie trivia schmodown which is now the Fail 5-way.
Oh yeah.
And
well, the thing that it sucks that it's not being streamed live. I mean, it's like up tomorrow, but it's being filmed tomorrow, but it's not going up until like a day later or something.
Yeah, something like that. But guys, since we're on the live stream here, I don't recall if this ever got announced.
What?
So, screw it. I was gonna have Evan do this, but he is currently meeting the Collider crew as we speak with a bunch of other awesome Schmovillians, which again, good for him. Good, honestly. As much as we gave him crap about him being able to go to Celebration stuff, it is what it is, and good on him. But he reached out to one Christian Darth Harloff, the commissioner of the movie Trivia Schmodown, about doing a possible live reaction to the Schmodown.
Because reactions are a thing, so of course.
Because reactions are a huge thing. And with that, what he, as well as the Schmodown Rundown boys, Aaron Turner, Frank Janish, and from the Schmoville Facebook group, Rasika Wikramaratne, they will be doing a live reaction, and we will be putting it up on Take 3 Productions. Kees, are you excited for that?
Is the Pope Roman Catholic? I mean, come on, are you kidding me? That's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. It was awesome that Evan actually managed to get Harloff's permission, get the permission of the people at Star Wars to film that, to actually like make that happen. I mean, I give Evan a lot of crap, but that is one of the good things that he did, and it's like, wow, we actually managed to do that. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's great.
yeah, I cannot agree more.
Let-
Another panel that I really wish was being streamed, but I don't think it is, that I really hope Evan does get around to going to, is the Timothy Zahn panel, where
oh
he's
yes,
speaking about, just some basically talking about his experience with Star Wars, as well as, maybe trying to give inspiration to the next generation of writers, how you can create your own world, your own characters, and even in a property like Star Wars, and still have it feel fresh and new. Which, come on, it's the master.
I
He
mean,
is the
what
master.
is so great about Zahn is I've seen his personal Facebook page that he back in the early '90s when he wrote the Thrawn trilogy, that he was able to um, he said he wanted to write something that would be like the original trilogy, but also would be a separate story. That he would write something that is new, but still has the flavor of what you love about Star Wars, and hence we got one of the best trilogy of books ever. And the same thing now with the Thrawn novel. Like he wanted to write the origin of Thrawn, and he needed to do that in canon. And the way he was able to do that was perfect. I mean, it's just the guy still knows how to write Star Wars. He knows what to incorporate from the original, what to do new, and the way he just blends that together, the way that he told the story of Thrawn, this time the origin story, it's perfect. And the guy just knows Star Wars so well. He has such a deep understanding of it. He just knows how to write characters in this universe, how to write events happening. It's awesome. And this is I can't wait for that panel either. I also finally have my schedule here. I can't wait to see. No, I don't know if it's being streamed or not, but the making of Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. They're going to have a panel with
Yes,
the
yes.
producers and people who worked on that movie. That's probably also going to be great to see that, to have insight into that. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I can agree more. And I think we're gonna, again, before we get to the trailer speculation, which will be the wrap up for this video.
Yeah.
I there's a reason that we're not going to. Okay, if we do have the free for all reaction up tomorrow, it's going to be really late,
Yeah.
because we prioritized this panel over the free for all, and
Yeah.
that being Mark Hamill's tribute to Carrie Fisher.
If the day is an indication, I'm going to cry my eyeballs out for an hour. Just that's going to happen,
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
totally okay with that, because sometimes it's okay to cry sometimes, because it is sad. And yeah, Carrie. Oh my God, I'm already getting emotional right now just thinking about it. So I can't imagine how it is tomorrow. But I just I know Mark Hamill will do a great job. With a little bit of luck, Harrison will also be there to say a little bit about it, and perhaps some other people who involved. We'll see. But I think that will be a great panel, and that yeah, exactly. Like the free for all is nice and all, but come on, this is fucking Carrie Fisher. This is fucking Mark Hamill talking about it. This is fucking Star Wars. So yeah, just wait with your free fall. Maybe it will be up on Saturday or Sunday. I don't care. I want this panel, and that's the priority as of right now.
Yes, and it and it's even more so for me, because the reason that Carrie's death was such a blow to me, personally, not just as a fan, but as a person. Carrie Fisher's role as Princess Leia ultimately was what you know made me really respect women and
Yeah,
respect girls.
it was one of the first female, like strong female leads in a movie ever. Like she was the moment she got introduced in that movie, the moment that Luke Skywalker, the protagonist of the movie, steps up to her and she's just a little sassy, like, "Aren't you little swords?" It's like, yeah, perfect. That you instantly know who she is, and throughout, in my opinion, she actually grew throughout the trilogy. But because, in my
Yes.
opinion, Leia in Empire Strikes Back is better than Leia in Star Wars, and Leia in Return of the Jedi is better than Leia in Empire Strikes Back. She improves every movie, and she just grows as a character so much that it's awesome. So yeah,
Exactly. And she will forever continue to be one of the inspirations for me, not just as a person, but also, I mean, as a writer, as someone who also at one point struggled with a lot of shit in his life, and to an extent still does struggle with some of that same shit in my life. But I'm looking forward to maybe finally just being able to send her off with the respect that she deserved. And uh and I don't care if you guys see me crying the whole time.
no,
Case has now disappeared. There he is. Okay. So
for a second. Oh, that
it's
happens.
all good. It's all
Live
good.
broadcasting, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Live broadcasting. You gotta love it. So now we're about 12 hours away, or okay, like 18 hours away from the trailer dropping. What are we gonna see?
What are we going to see? Um, I still hate Jacob for saying that Luke might not speak. Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, look, it's going to be a full trailer, like an actual full trailer. They've announced not a teaser, a full trailer. We're getting a lot. So yeah, Luke will definitely say something. Maybe pop out his green lightsaber. I need
One can only
that.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. One can only hope.
One can only hope for it. I mean, what I want to see, because we know that Ray and Luke are going to train. I want to see a little bit of their dynamic, and I also think that we're going to have two storylines running at the same time. One is Luke and Ray training. The other is Kylo Ren and Snoke training. And I also want to see a little bit of that. Like, how is Kylo Ren now dealing after his loss against Ray? What is Snoke going to do to him? Um, and it's also interesting because this is something that was really glossed over in The Force Awakens, and this is something that still raises a lot of questions. Like, what is the effect of the destruction of the Hosnian system now? Because it's kind of a big deal. The entire Republic got blown up, and if you've read like a Bloodline, you know that that is a very impactful thing to the galaxy. And the question now is, how does that impact the rest of the galaxy now in Episode 8? Because yes, we only saw the destruction, and after that they focused once again on the characters, and that was good. That worked for The Force Awakens. However, this is a different movie. This is Rian Johnson directing. This is a new story. And I want to see how that has an impact. I want to just see little bits of what I said. Luke and Ray training, Snoke and Kylo Ren, and what the galaxy is up to right now with the destruction of the Hosnian system. If they can give me a little bit of that, I will be very happy, and we'll see.
Yeah, we will definitely see indeed. But I guess though my answer is a little different from yours, Case.
Okay.
Because okay, if this was just a teaser, that's what I would want to see. But given that apparently this is going to be an actual full trailer, give me some of the story. Give
Yeah.
me a little piece. Give me basically this what's going to be the sum up of what everyone's doing. Like, yes, give me a little bit of Luke and Ray and their training. Give me a little bit of Snoke and Kylo Ren, and give me why they're training. Not the whole thing. Just let me start to piece it together, but never quite get there.
Yeah.
And because Finn and Poe were such a big part
Right.
of the Force Awakens, I want to give me a little bit of what kind of shenanigans they're getting into, because apparently that's going to be another story in this film.
Yeah, that's a good point that you bring up because if you've been following Boyega online, you know that guy is in the gym a lot, getting jacked, and I can't wait to see what that is for. Why he's getting that jacked for this role? Like, there's going to be something great with him and Poe, I think. So, yeah, would be cool to see that. Uh, what I what I can't stress enough, because as much as I like Rogue One, that movie was mismarketed. I don't want mismarketing for this movie. I want them to show things that we will actually see in the movie, because the first trailer that we got for Rogue One, roughly a year ago from now, year ago now, like 30% of that trailer actually made it into the movie. 70% of shots in that and lines in that trailer didn't even make the full cut of the movie. It's like, wait, what just happened? That movie was completely mismarketed. And I mean, I still love Rogue One, but the marketing was just crap. And I don't want that to happen with Episode 8, because that's going to piss people off.
That's going to piss a lot of people off.
Yeah.
And obviously, as fans, we don't want that. Lucasfilm doesn't want that. So we're just going to have to hope for the best. And I mean, yes, in Lucasfilm, we trust, but it's better to be on the safe side of things.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes.
in Lucasfilm we trust, but we've now seen a couple of occasions where they have where they definitely have fucked up their marketing. Like the first, of course, was Rogue One, and most recently, Obi-Wan versus Maul in Rebels. Like,
Yeah.
say what you will of the end result, there were still a lot of people, including myself, pissed with how that fight turned out, simply because they hyped it up so much. And yeah, wasn't a
Yeah,
fan
I
the
don't want
first time.
I don't want another case of that. But
No, so
but that being said, and the other thing that Jacob, you're wrong. We're gonna hear Luke say something. We're gonna hear Luke say something for the first time in 30 years, and
sucks that we already had his first line, not necessarily his first line, but we already had a leak of what he says to Ray at the beginning.
allegedly.
Yeah.
And plus, to be fair, what did they say that scene was in? Oh yeah, a cave. Luke's not in a cave when we first see him in Force Awakens, and if this film is supposedly taking place right as the end of that scene happens, yeah, sorry guys, that's not going
By
to
the way,
happen.
do you think the trailer will start with that ending shot of The Force Awakens and just a direct continuation, or do you think they'll start the trailer with something different?
It would make sense if they did it that way. I'll definitely say. I mean, I hope they do. You know,
Would be
honestly,
nice.
yeah, it would be kind of like oh crap, I'm trying to think of which MCU movie did that.
Civil War.
Yes, it would be like Civil War, and how great that trailer was. So yeah, it would be a nice little it'd be kind of like that. So again, guys, we're gonna be doing just reaction videos all day
Yeah,
tomorrow. I'm
we
thinking.
are once again going to be live same time as yesterday at 10 a.m. EST. So if you guys want to see our preview to the Last Jedi panel, tune in at 10 a.m. I also think we are just going to continue to stream this time during the panel. However, we won't be very talkative during. Like before, we'll just talk about the things that we want to see in the day. But then during the panel itself, we will give our reaction. We do want to, yeah, we want to do a reaction to it. So look out for that.
Yeah, and so that's gonna do it for day one of celebration. Once again, words do not describe the excitement we have for day two and all the amazing things it's gonna be.
It's going to be amazing.
Exactly. So I'll plug Evan for him since he actually had to leave early because that little fucker's off to go meet the guys at Collider. You can find him on Twitter at eDeGraph11. He also has a YouTube channel, Evan DeGraff. Case, where can the good kids find you?
Well, with a little bit of luck, if my stream doesn't crap out, you can see me reacting to the Last Jedi trailer tomorrow. And otherwise, I'll just do because if the stream fucks up in any way, shape, or form, I'm just going to rewatch it as soon as the trailer gets uploaded afterward. Then put up something on my YouTube channel, The Dutch Movie Guy, and I'll also tweet it out at Dutch Movie Guy. So find me online and look out for that because it's going to be amazing.
Yep, and as always, you guys can find me on Twitter at my band Last Shot Redemption at LSAR Band MN. I will also be doing my own trailer reaction for The Last Jedi, and I just can't wait to talk the rest of this weekend. Celebration, man. Here we are. It's finally here. Guys, thanks for watching this, and thanks for being part of this with us. We'll see you next time. Take care.